Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary for you guys, and today I've got a game of Rush Attack on Wake Island to share with you all. And once again, I am in the Amtrak, pushing this thing up to the Alpha Crate here on the first base. I'm using the Engineer class with the M4A1 equipped as my primary weapon today. I've got the red dot sight, foregrip, and laser sight on this bad boy, and this footage is maybe 2 months old. It was pretty soon after Back to Kharkin came out that I recorded this video. So if you are confused by the end of the round when it shows my level, that is why. Be confused no longer. But yeah, so we get that first crate rather easily. I do get killed in the process, but now we just have to take Bravo, and this first base is ours. The M4A1 is very similar, at least in my opinion and based on my experience with it, to the M16A3, which is available for the Assault class. And if you watched my recent live commentary where I used the M16A3, you'll know that I am a big fan of the feel of these two weapons, just because they're just great all-around weapons that don't really seem to have any downsides, at least within their weapon class. Obviously the M16A3 is an assault rifle and the M4A1 is carbine, so they do have different characteristics. They're not identical weapons by any stretch of the imagination. But within the weapon classes that they reside, they are among the best weapons available. I don't think you can argue about that. You can argue whether they're the best weapons available for their respective classes, but you can't argue that they're bad. I don't think anyone could, in their right minds, say that the M16A3 or the M4A1 were bad weapons in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Battlefield 3's arsenal of armaments. Oh man, alliteration right up the butt. Anyway, second base, got the Amtrak again. Headless Chicken, a very cool subscriber of mine, is driving, but he just doesn't seem to have a care in the world about the fact that there's a main battle tank right there. So I ended up hopping out and trying to take it out with my SMAW, but it ended up staying for a little while longer. It did end up getting destroyed just due to its being disabled, and that's the reason why I was able to spawn on one of my squad mates and get so close to the MCOM so quickly. So we got the Alpha MCOM armed on the second base here. I shoot a warning rocket over at the Bravo crate, kind of just a rocket in the dark. Wasn't expecting to get a hit marker on that, but I was hoping for one. And we've got this left side pretty well covered at this point, and I'm just very gradually making my way up to the central roundabout that acts as the centerpiece to this base, and I basically just cover the Bravo crate from here until it gets destroyed. And you'll see that I use my rockets quite liberally, and I feel like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't go for, you know, rocket primaries at all. I think that's kind of a douchey way to play the game, but I do use it to kind of weaken enemy infantry, take out enemy infantry who are embedded behind cover, and obviously to deal with vehicles. Lately I've been trying really hard to take down aircraft with unguided rockets, and man, I am so bad at that. I should probably put together a failtage of me trying to hit helicopters and jets with the RPG and the SMAW in this game, because I'm so bad at leading my targets. Sometimes they'll just be hovering there, not even moving, and I'll still miss. It's quite laughable, to say the least, but nevertheless, we take that second base onto the third and final base here on Wake Island. Gonna hop in the Amtrak, but as you can see there, a Blueberry hopped in at first, and he decides to take it on some sort of pleasure ride. I have no idea what he was trying to attempt by backing it up all the way back there, but as soon as I saw that he was going in reverse and had no plans on stopping anytime soon, I decided to hop out and just progress on foot. It's kind of unfortunate that, you know, anyone can spawn in the Amtrak, but I feel like there should be some sort of system in place where more high-level or veteran players can kind of oust drivers and gunners from vehicles if they're doing a really, really bad job. Just because, you know, so many people, they hop in vehicles and they just waste them. They either crash them, get them into a spot where they can't be moved. I was actually in a tank the other day, and I somehow got it completely sideways on its treads. So that was one instance of me being an incredibly bad driver. And if somebody had been able to take control of the tank and take it out of my hands, that might not have happened, and the tank might still be alive and in action to this very day. Not very likely there, but nevertheless, if there was some sort of command structure or rank hierarchy that would allow for higher level players or more veteran players to take control of super important vehicles at the very least. I'm not saying that low-level players should never have a chance in vehicles. That's not the case at all. But especially with the Amtrak, I mean, that thing is so vital to Rush attackers and their prospects at winning games of Rush. I feel like that vehicle, more than others even, should probably have some sort of hierarchy in place or some way of being commandeered by higher level players so that it can be used properly. One of the downsides to Battlefield 3 compared to Battlefield 2, and I'm not a big Battlefield 2 fanboy, but something that I actually thought was good about that game was the commander position. And I never really saw anybody abuse the commander position. Every time I had a good commander, they were really, really helpful in winning a round. Basically, the commander could spot enemies, issue orders, and basically tell all of the squad leaders and squads what to do so that they could win the match. And yes, there are squad leaders in Battlefield 3, but really I don't see very many people giving squad orders in this game, which is unfortunate. And as a result, you see a lot of teams that just don't have any real strategy. Some of the squads might be working together within a squad to accomplish some goal, but team strategy, team-wide strategies are few and far between, very rarely enacted. And the team play in Battlefield 3 suffers as a result. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the team play aspects of Battlefield 3 in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day.